Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming. Today we're going to do something a little different, and we're going to do a really nice, slow, relaxing flow that you can use either at bedtime or in the morning when you first wake up. Some days we have needs that are a little bit more mellow, and today I'm having one of those days. So I'm going to lead you through a nice, mellow flow to get us going. So we're going to start in a seated position, legs crossed, shoulders pulled down away from your ears. And we're just going to take a nice few deep breaths here. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Letting it all go. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more with our arms. Inhaling, arms up over our head, and exhale, flowing them down. We're gonna plant that right hand right by our right hip. We're gonna inhale that left arm up and over for a nice side stretch here. Remembering to keep that breath. Beautiful, and then bringing it back through center on the other side. Good. Now let's just get a little bit more flowy here. Inhaling to the side and exhaling through center. Good. Let's do a few more rotations here. I love the way this feels in my hips and my shoulders and in my neck. Beautiful. Bringing it back, we're going to go ahead and just bring it to our hands and knees for some cat and cow. So go ahead and bring those hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. We're going to inhale, dropping our belly, lifting our chin, and exhaling, rounding it out. Good. Giving me 2 more rotations of breath here. Beautiful. And from here, we're just going to take that right arm up, reaching it high to the sky, and then we're going to go ahead and thread it right through that left hand. So a nice little shoulder stretch. Oh, you might hear some cracks, some creaks. Good. Keeping with your breath. And then bringing it back to center. We're going to do that on the other side. So lifting that arm up nice and high and then threading it through. Good. Relaxing your ear to the mat. Calming your breath. And then bringing it back to center. A few more rotations of those cat-cows here. Now you can go ahead and keep with the traditional cat-cow. You can also feel free to circle your hips out here. I like to kind of loosen my hips up in the morning. So whatever feels good to you here. Another option is just bringing it through. Oh, there's my guest. Forward and back. So whatever feels good to you, let's take 3 more rotations of breath. And when you're done, from here, we're gonna bring it back to tabletop. We're just gonna take that right leg and we're gonna reach it out, putting our toes down on the mat and reaching through our heel. So I want you to bring your weight a little bit back into that heel so you can feel a nice stretch through your calves, through your thighs, through your hips. It should feel really, really, really good. Awesome. Maybe moving it forward and back, whatever feels good here, getting the best stretch that you possibly can. Beautiful. Taking that leg up, reaching, 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 and then bringing it through into our pigeon. So here, take a minute to kind of settle yourself, get those hips nice and even on the mat, lifting up through the spine, lengthening, and then on your exhale, just reaching it forward to wherever's comfortable. So you could be right here on your forearms. You may even want to take a block and put it underneath your head, or you can go all the way down to the mat and just resting here. Taking a few deep breaths right into that area that you feel the stretch. So I am breathing right into my right hip right now. slowly bringing it back up. Lengthening that leg one more time, giving it a little stretch. And then putting your knee back on the floor right under that hip. Adjusting your body, making sure that you're in the right place to start with that left leg, reaching that left leg long, placing the toes on the mat, and then rocking back and forth into that calf. This is gonna help me with this one. Good. Making sure that your core is engaged. You should be in one nice straight line all the way from the tip of your head to the tip of your toes here. Well, I guess the tip of your left toes. Remembering to keep that breath. We're gonna lengthen that left leg and then bring it through for our pigeon here. So adjusting your body first, making sure you're right in that spot that you need the stretch the most. I always like, this is my favorite side, my left hip. So I like to get in the perfect position and then inhaling, lengthening, and exhale, bringing it down nice and slow. Again, you might be in your forearms. You might make a little pillow with your hands, or you might relax completely into it with your ear on the mat. Good, 3 more deep breaths here. And then slowly, carefully bringing it back up. And again, reaching that foot out, maybe giving it a little shake. All right, from here we're gonna go ahead and lengthen our legs out nice and long. You can go ahead and do a quick chaturanga here if you want. And we're gonna end up on our stomach in a T-pose. Arms out to the side, directly out by that shoulder. We're gonna first work our right shoulder here. So what I want you to do is I want you to take that left hand and put it right by your shoulder, and the right arm is still lengthened. And all you're gonna do is roll towards that right arm. Now, your legs can do whatever feels right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the sole of my left leg right on the ground. You can feel that stretch right away, but the more you lengthen your right arm, you'll feel it in different parts of your shoulder. So make sure you find that stretch that's right for you here. So legs can be stacked, or you can do what I'm doing with just one foot right behind your right leg. And once you're done with that stretch, we're gonna go ahead and bring it back to T-pose. And then go ahead and roll towards the other arm. So again, you can keep it right here with your hips and legs stacked, or you can take that right leg and just place it right behind your left leg with the sole of the foot on your mat. Keeping nice and relaxed in your neck, maybe even resting it on the mat. 2 more deep breaths. And then bringing it back through center, pushing it up to a quick child's pose. Getting nice deep breaths in. Hips and hands are pulling in opposite directions. From here, we're gonna push it up into a downward dog. So flipping those heels, making sure the toes are on the mat, and just lifting your hips up. Feel free to kind of walk it out a little bit, left and right. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bend both our knees nice and deep. And lengthen. One more time, let's do that. Nice and deep. And lengthen. Good. And then slowly walking your feet all the way to your hands. We're going to stay here for 2 nice deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling, dropping a little bit deeper. One more time, inhale and exhale. And then slowly just walking it back to your down dog. Again, Just walking out at the heels, taking your time, and then dropping your knees down to the mat and bringing it back to a child's pose. Now, another option is widening your knees. Now, you can widen them as far as the mat, or you can also choose to bring them all the way out to the sides. This is a really deep stretch for your inner thighs. Taking 2 nice deep breaths. And then slowly pushing it up to a seated position. And from here, we're just going to do a nice spinal twist. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, over to one side. You're going to inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist just a bit deeper. Again, inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, twist. And then slowly bringing it to the other side. Inhaling, exhaling, hands down. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And bringing it back to center. We're going to lengthen our legs just right out in front of us. Moving all that flesh aside so that we can sit right on those sits bones. Inhaling, arms up, and exhaling, folding forward. Nice forward bend. Now it's okay if your hands want to fall right to your shins or your knees or your thighs or your toes, whatever you want here, but I want to make sure that you feel that stretch all the way through the backs of your legs and even all the way up into your hips. So making sure that that's a nice straight spine. Beautiful. Inhaling, nice lengthened spine, and exhaling, folding down. Good. One more time. Inhaling up. And bringing it back to center. That's all I have today. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember that every like and comment and subscription I get is good. So please like, subscribe, and comment. I will see you guys all next week. Take care.